your friend is in a relationship where she doesn't want to continue the relationship, but she won't end it.
Yes.
Right? Fear. We fear is massive. Fear is like one of the biggest things that we deal with. Every human being deals with fear. I deal with fear. I deal with a lot of fear. And within this question, the fear happens with giving up something that's comfortable for the unknown. This is definitely, most of the fear is probably the fear of the unknown. And this kind of goes to knowing what you want, and actively searching that out and finding out what you want. Because I know a lot of people that are in relationships right now where honestly they can kind of take it or leave it, but they take it and they stay because they don't know. They don't know what else to do. They don't know where else to go. They don't know if they'll be able to find anyone else. They feel like they're too old, or they feel like they're not pretty enough, or they're not funny enough, or they're not smart enough. They don't make enough money. There's so many fears that'll happen within people that they never move. It's like you got cement boots on and you can't move. This is a normal thing that happens. And the trick is to not be so hard on yourself. And being caring and loving towards yourself within this, when you're in this place where fear has basically handicapped you and sabotaged you from pursuing maybe some happiness, some real happiness, and maybe where you want to be or could be. Those fleeting moments of dreams that happen in your head where it makes you happy, but you realize you can never have that because of this fear that's in the way. That happens. That's a lot of relationships where we just get comfortable in that relationship and we never move. Now to move out of that, that's the cool part, is I've been in those relationships. I've been in relationships just like that, where I was in a super toxic relationship for like 3 years. Fear of leaving, fear of losing, fear of going to the next thing. And I stayed in a really unhealthy place and with a really unhealthy person, while being unhealthy myself. So there was 2 super unhealthy people in one place that couldn't leave each other because unhealthy was, as crazy as it sounds, comfortable. And that I had to take a leap of faith. I had to take a leap of faith. And to gain that kind of strength, that was super difficult. But what I did was I started to build a life away from her. Even while in the relationship, I started to make new friends. I changed jobs. I went to a different job. I moved houses. I just started to build this other life that wasn't with her because I knew I didn't want to be with her, but I knew I couldn't leave her. And then once I had, enough capital within myself, enough strength, then I was able to move along and leave, which was great for both of us. But even when I left, it was super hard because I'd been living in this horrible place for so long. And not everybody's place is really even horrible, right? Not everybody's in a toxic relationship that can't leave a relationship. Sometimes people are bound by the fact that their spouse might make a lot of money. And they're like, I don't want to give up security. Or I have kids with this person and I don't want to put my kids through this. All reasons that really need to be thought about. I think that one of the things that stops people from doing what they want to do is a sense of responsibility towards people, places, and things, and realizing what is important, what you need, and what you don't need is essential in being able to make a decision to leave. And I can't say that you won't come to the determination that your kids would be better off with you two apart. You might end up staying together until they're 18 years old. And then that'll be like a whole nother video, like how to be with somebody and have your own life and do that when you both really don't even want to be together, but you know you have to stay together for a certain amount of time. And then there's the other side of it where it's like, financially, I am bound financially to this person. You might end up staying with this person strictly because you, for good or bad reasons, you're not willing to leave because of the finances. And I'm not one to judge on that ever, right? I've been in relationships where I stayed in them because of finances. Fuck, I can't judge you. But that's your own decision. But what I'm saying is if you want to get out of that relationship, start building a life, building friends, building yourself. You know, go to the gym, do some exercise, start to meditate. Maybe find if you're not working or you are, see if you can get a promotion or get a little bit more work. See if you can find some new people to be around. And when you find new people to be around and new things, you get a gratification from that, and it builds your confidence a little bit. And all it really ends up being is confidence. If I have confidence, then I can get out of I can make a hard decision when I'm confident. When I'm not confident, it's almost impossible to make a hard decision because I'm not confident. So being in a relationship with someone, knowing you want to leave, but you don't. Decide if you really want to leave or not. Figure that part out. And then if you decide you want to leave, start to build yourself up outside of their world and outside of your world with him. Build yourself up somewhere else. As a man, if I saw that my significant other was starting to build a life outside of me, I would either say, and this is knowing that I was kind of in an unhealthy relationship, I would say, okay, she's moving along, and then I would start to move in my direction, and then we would slowly part. Or I would realize that I didn't want to lose her, and I would start to try new things to get her back. But if you've made your decision to leave, build your life, build yourself, build your spirit, and then you'll be able to make whatever decision you need to make, and you'll know that it was the right decision.